argumentation doesn't have to be something really, really complicated, difficult, contain a lot of vocabulary. Okay. Okay, so this is the reason, because of materials. Okay, doesn't feel very comfortable. Okay? And then B, what's B's position? Okay, so which sentence is the position? I strongly believe school uniform should not be abolished. Okay, again, underline, and then this is the position, right? This is where the position statement is. Okay, and then you can see, believe. Okay, and you can tell your students, if you want to show how firm your belief, your position is, you can say, I strongly, right? So you can add some adjectives. I firmly believe. Okay, so reason why I believe, so the other one is definitely, more intense. Okay, and then where's the reason? Because, again, it's introduced by the word because, right? Because it can help students save time from deciding what to wear to school every day, and therefore, help them focus on studies. Again, are there any difficult words in this reason? No. Okay, I always want you to keep your students in mind. Ask yourself, can my students, produce something like this? Okay, so right now we have A gives his position and reason, and B the position and reason, right? Okay, and then what about the second A? You cannot deny that given the time students spend in school, it's important that they are dressed in comfortable clothing when studying school. The materials most of the school uniforms are made of are simply not that comfortable. What do you call this?
Challenge.
Is it challenge? No. This is still what? Reason. Is it a different reason or basically it's the same reason? The same reason. So you can say this is elaboration of reason 1. Right? Okay, so what A did in the second term basically is just elaborating his or her first reason. It's not even a different reason. The same reason, just more elaboration. Okay? Okay, and then we go down to the last B. But school uniform can help students save time and trouble from dressing themselves before going to school each day. We all know how important physical appearance is, particularly to adolescents. They will likely spend a whole lot of time deciding what clothes to wear if school uniform is abolished. What do you call this part?
Elaboration.
Reason and elaboration. A different reason or same reason? Same reason. Right? So this is exactly what I said about 公说公有理, 婆说婆有理. Both of them still basically just stick to their own reason. They keep elaborating on their reason. Okay. But did they move down to the third element, the third stage, where challenge and refutation goes on? No. Right? So in this one, based on that pedagogical model, this is not English argumentation. So if you want them to engage in argumentation, if you can continue on with the dialogue, then you will write, okay, A will start, saying that, time, something about time, right? And then B will start saying something about the material, the clothes. Are you sure? That's the case for all schools. Okay, so they will start challenging each other's reasons, or even refute, and that's the third element. Without that element, they're still staying at 公说公有理stage. Okay, so this is an example to help them aware, just to become more aware about this whole model. Okay, and then let's move on. Page 3, on top of this page, you see this box. Okay, I will leave this box for you to read outside the class. So what I did in this box is basically mapping out the critical thinking skills and discourse strategy skills with the stages in this argumentation process. Okay, so on the left-hand side, you'll see position, justification, challenge, refutation, defense, and finally concession. And then on the right-hand side, in the middle, I have the critical thinking skills, the ones I consider most relevant to each stage. And then the right-hand side, the discourse strategy skills, again, the ones I consider the most relevant to that particular stage of argumentation. Okay, so if you're going to have your students do something, either critical thinking or discourse strategy skills, then you can make use of this table. Any questions so far about the model, about this table, about that awareness raising exercise? You don't have them do debate from the very beginning. Okay. If you compare doing debate as swimming, how do you teach a kid to swim? Okay, play in the water. Make them feel like, this is kind of fun. Kids, young, adolescents, high school, junior high, senior high school students, they actually like to challenge each other. Okay, they particularly like to challenge teachers, their authority. Okay, so actually, that's already the kind of thing they're more inclined to do at this stage of their life. Okay, so they actually are interested in doing something like that, but they just don't have the skills, the ability to do it, to do it the right way. So what you should be doing is just to make them think that, okay, this is actually not that difficult, but you don't start with the full-scale debate and scare them out, scare the hell out of them. Okay? You start with something very, very simple, and that's why I'm going to show you something. I think they can start with. You can start with your students, and then by doing that with your students, I think you will also get more comfortable helping them doing more full-scale kind of argumentation. Okay, any other questions regarding what we just covered? Okay, if not, then let's take a look at this exercise 1. I just throwing some examples of some exercises I did with students working here. Critical thinking skill. Okay, so I picked the distinguishing strong. Okay, please change the word in to from. Distinguishing strong from weak reasons. So I think position your students, you can help them stay their position relatively easily. I don't think that's going to take you a lot of time or your students a lot of time to stay their position. Okay. But after position, we'll go down to justification. That's the part that's going to take you some time. Okay, so we begin with you help your students distinguish what is strong reason from what is weak reason. Okay, a strong reason should have the following qualities. First one is logically supports the opinion. Second one is specific and states the idea. The idea here means the position, right? States the position clearly. And number 3, convincing to the majority of people. It should be convincing to a large group of people, not just to the speaker himself or herself. Okay, so take a look at the example. More debate contests should be held because debate participation can enhance students' public speaking, critical thinking, research, and organizational skills. This is a strong reason, a strong justification, okay? Because everything is stated very clearly, right? And then the qualities of English debate stated clearly, and then the quality actually really support why more debate contests should be held. So it's also logical between the position and the reason. Convincing to the majority of people, right? If you are teachers, if you are educators, then this would be a very, very appealing reason, right, for you to make a decision to have more debate competition held in your school, or citywide or nationwide. So this is a strong reason. Take a look at weak reason. It does not bear a clear logical connection to the opinion. We'll see the examples. So not very clear logical connection between the reason and the position. And it's vague and does not state the idea very clearly. Well, what do you mean by, if you have that urge to ask your student the question, what do you mean by, then it's probably not a strong reason. Okay, because some words probably are kind of just ambiguous. Lacks appeal to the majority of people. Right? Earlier we said strong reason is something that can appeal to a large group of people. But weak reason probably only appeals to the speaker or to a very small group of people. Okay. And finally, contains a fallacy. Fallacy in Chinese we say 谬误.